animals with which we seem to have little in common. How could we possibly communicate with them? In a wild and remote region of Patagonia in Argentina, sea lions live in fear of their lives. This is their breeding ground, but it's also the site of one of the most violent and unusual attacks in nature. Orcas, also known as killer whales. At up to 5 tons, they are the largest member of the dolphin family. These are the only orcas on Earth to catch sea lions by beaching themselves. The 27 orcas here learned this deadly skill from previous generations. Their survival depends on communication. Roberto Bubas has been watching the orcas attack for 12 years. But incredibly, he's also seen another side to these fearsome predators.
In the last 12 years, I have been more with these orcas than with people. And they became a kind of family to me here.
The orcas seem to feel the same way about him. Roberto had been watching the orcas from a distance for over a year when something fascinating began to happen. Day by day, they came closer and closer. Eventually, Roberto was brave enough to get into the water.
They were splashing the water with the flukes and spy hopping in front of me. And I understood. I thought maybe they want to play with me, so I went into the water with them to play. And it was like a party. They started to come together to push to each other and start to scream, to make sounds, and I was able to touch them.
No other wild orcas have ever tried to communicate with a human being. But Jane Goodall thinks this amazing behavior makes perfect sense.
Why did the orcas want him in the water? They wanted to experience him. They knew him as an individual. They're curious. They have the same kind of curiosity as we have. And so they can't come out any further than they do. They try. They come as far out of the sea as they can to experience his world of dry land. But they can't really experience him unless he gets in the water with them. Why on earth the orcas don't attack people when they attack seals is another kind of mystery, but it has to be something to do with this communication between dolphin and human, which we simply don't understand.
Since that first encounter, Roberto has made contact hundreds of times. Like Jane and her chimps, he's given the orcas names.
Sometimes I take my kayak and I start to row towards them.
Toya.
And I can call them and they come towards me.
Toya. Toya.
And they come surrounding on the water behind me and then blow, like saying hello or like this.
¡Eh, chiquititas! ¿Cómo están? ¿Cómo están? Hola.
For Roberto, this is the best kind of friendship.
Sometimes I play the harmonica to them, just to give them a kind of gift from me. It is like in humans, when you get a friend, it takes time to make the bond strong. It is the same with this group of orcas, but I think it's much more pure than in humans. It's much more innocent. They don't need nothing from me. I don't need nothing from them. It's just a very pure affection bond.